We got ourselves Decapitator on Team Red with Pantora playing the Red Pally. We got Seri K playing that Fire Mage. I like the mug. We got Satinrod. And we got ourselves Twisted playing more than Marksman. Hell yeah, boy. Let's go. And we also got Demoniac on Team Blue playing Assass. Gudo playing that, what I want to say, Destro. We got Quorum with a team on 100 setup. Pedro back in the Feral MP Blood. More than Assassination. Good luck and have fun, boys. It's going to be up first. It's going to be up last. It looks like Quorum is going out first. Is it going to be Twisted first? It is going to be Twisted playing as a Marksman Hunter versus a Demon Hunter. It's going to be a Huntard versus Huntard, man. Let's go. Quorum already has a Spectral Side available. Is that going to be a Freezing Trap maybe set up for him? Twisted just tried his AFK for a bit. Quorum Spectral Sight is down, does burn a bit of AoE, and it does get to tag Twisted's pet. I-Beam immediately to follow. Rapid Fire coming out. It's going to be a stun by Quorum. Twisted not trinket out of the stun, just going to take the damage. And it's going to go for Crucible offensively, getting that wall rolling a little bit early as Quorum trying to get himself set up with damage. Was that an I-Beam that was trying to get going? Or Laser Beam? Cyclotronic full channel going into Quorum. He's going to go for Metamorphosis, try to get the damage onto Twisted to follow. He's going to just knock him down. He's going to try to see if he can just LOS him with those slows. Rapid Fire to follow as Quorum just cannot catch up with a Freezing Trap after. Is he going to trick it out of the Freezing Trap? It looks like a Freezing Trap was actually super DR'd. I-Beam to follow with a stun on Twisted. Doesn't have a trinket for it anymore. Is he going to go down immediately? Is going to get himself acceleration at the last moment. Maybe a Turtle Shell off of this. He's in a bad place right now. He needs to go for a reset. Turtle Shell, no! He went super hyper offensive. Even focusing on his own health. Try to go for a big setup. Probably should have gotten himself a bit of a setup, man. He needs to get the opener. Marksman needs to get an opener. He never got himself a full setup with cooldowns, man. You just gotta burn cooldowns, I think, every single time. Max range, burn cooldowns, use whatever you can to keep the Demon Hunter at bay. Azeroth Beam trying to come out for Quorum, gonna check it out of it as Pantora is gonna stun that Azeroth Beam. Second coming out to Pantora right now as he gets his wings going. Quorum might need to get himself a defensive rolling or get in Demon form, gonna fly up in the air, and Pantora is gonna try to see if he can heal through this damage. He's actually doing quite a lot of healing, but this Fell Lances, you cannot argue with me, they're doing quite a number, and does get to Tempest Verdict as Quorum put himself out in the open and no way to self-heal. Demoniac getting the focus Azeroth Beam on him in the opener with Shield of Vengeance coming out, trying to get the big damage for the Assassination Rogue. Has a power of Vendetta, yeah, just wanted to get the damage rolling early. Pre-fading the damage to come out from Pantora as the Shield of Vengeance pops, getting that Cloak of Shadows maybe a little bit late. Probably should have used it while the shield was up. Bubble for Pantora right now, just trying to use a bubble to kill Demoniac. Is gonna vanish out of that one. Pantora might have played his hand a little bit too early as he puts himself in a weird spot. Sam to follow, as there's literally nothing to stop him. He does have a buff for Demoniac, which is bad for Demoniac, because that's still a decent cooldown to get through. But Demoniac now still holding on to Trinket, no Cloak, no Vanish. Might put him in a bad spot here. And he's going to get a kidney shot on Pantora. He is with a Vendetta to follow. Can he do enough damage to burn before the 4 Barons comes up and he gets so Blessing of Protection? Is going to go for evasion. Pantora taking a lot of damage. Blessing of Protection comes in with a safety trinket to follow. Trying to go for a Belf. Didn't Belf the safety trinket or Blessing of Protection. What the hell did he have without Belf? What did he take off? I don't want the buffs. What, Hand of Freedom or something? Did he take out like some kind of a heal? Must have been like some kind of a heal buff. Demoniac getting back in there. No bop, no bubble, no guts, no glory. Still holding on to a trinket if he needs to. And is going to use it right there with a blind onto Pantora as he gets a second set of wings with a minute set of wings. Has real wings in about 13 seconds though. So Demoniac without a trinket. Pantora with full wings. Demoniac without defensives. Might be really bad. Kidney shot to open, and Pantora is trying to bail away from that Azeroth Beam, and is doing quite a number, trying to go for flat shield. Does he get a Shadow Step kick? He does land the Shadow Step kick, locking him out of Hammer of Justice for a bit. Pantora can still go for big wings. Hammer of Justice is going to go for wings. Demoniac already sees it from a mile. Is going to pre-feign this damage. Pantora, Hand of Freedom, Hodge on the Demoniac, and that could be in, but Pantora get hit with a kidney shot instead, and Demoniac is trying to go for those throws with Dagger. Shield of Vengeance coming in for Pantora to keep himself at bay. He's going to get himself at least an Absorb Shield. Doesn't even need to get a defensive or offensive for that matter. Just needs to give himself a shield so he can recover the health. And Demoniac is going to be able to catch at least a bit of a reset. I don't even know, Pantora probably should have went for a Hammer of Justice. Did he not have one? Oh, getting that eye for an eye a little bit early for Demoniac. That's not good, man. Every hit is just going to reflect a portion of the damage back. Or actually, eye for an eye will do a set amount of damage, not based on how much damage you do to it. So you're just going to do a bit of damage back to you, and a physical defense reduction for Pantora. That's going to be huge damage for Demoniac right now. Kidney shot onto Pantora, live through the middle long waist. Can he get the big damage setup? Try to go for massive envenoms, and he go big for a setup. Huge damage coming out, big envenoms. It doesn't even need to get a kick. He's going to go for a vanish immediately. Satinrod up next as in a holy death knight. Is he going to try to randomly drop a death and decay somewhere? D&D maybe? No, just going to wait. Just going to do a little bit of a dance. But Demoniac, dude, how many cooldowns you got? You got evasion available, trinket available, vanish not available, cloak of shadows burn, no vendetta. So it's going to be quite a lot of damage to deal with Satinrod. I think... Is there a way Assassination Rogues could be in Unholy Death Knights? He's going to go for the big Azeroth beam. IBF coming in for Satinrod to interrupt the beam immediately. It has himself lots of health just dropping down super quick. Is going to try to get some damage back at Demoniac. He has evasion rolling. He's just going to go sprinting out of there. He should definitely go for the slows on all those pets to try to slow him down and get away. As Necrotics is starting to stack up on Demoniac. Does get a kidney shot onto Thought, but he's going to be able to trick it out of it. Stack it, trying to get some of that healing going with Transfusion. But a blind separates these two, and Demoniac is stuck over there with that unholy pet. Safety trick at proc, so he's kind of loud on defensives. Might be able to catch himself a reset, but the damage over time I think is still holding on, isn't it? Or does he not have Virulent Plague anymore? Looks like the Virulent Plague did not stay, so Thought is going to go for a bit of a Mage Foot, which is going to force Demoniac's hand to get in there a little bit earlier than normal. But it's going to end the duel early. That's going to be huge. Huge buff with Lucid for Thought right now. Gonna get a lot of resources, lots of runic power. Stun into Demoniacs, that's gonna be a lot of death strikes. Or if he wants to go for a lot of runic power spending with death goals, he could do that as well. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be all for the heal. AMS early for the poisons into Transfusion to try to continue to get his health up and run. Demoniac just sprints out of there. He's like, nope, we're running out. It looks like Burst of Speed is back in business, and Demoniac is just trying to save his time a little bit, trying to get some defenses rolling. He is still continuing to land the kidneys onto Thought and Rod. And continue to get the damage rolling, continue to maintain all his damage with the Vendetta to follow right now. Satinrod actually doesn't have a single defensive. All he can really do is heal. Focus Azeroth Beam is going to get interrupted on what looks like a channel. Short stun on the Demoniac, has a vanish if he needs to. Good vanish out of here, and is going to go for that vanish. Immediately goes for that vanish, dodging the Death and Decay. Still has a doubt on himself though. Does burn himself a Warlock House, and it looks like to maintain. 12% dampening rolling in, does land a Garrote into a kidney shot. Does he get the big damage right here? Is he going to be able to do this? Does land a kill into Thought and Rod. Demoniac living to fight another day. I like it. Up next is going to be Decapitator. Picking up the eyes. He's going to try to give Demoniac a run for the money. But once we find him before the rogue lands the opener, can he do it? He can actually auto attack a little bit through the pillar sometimes. So he definitely should be going for auto attack. Stormbolt, how did that happen? It looked like that shouldn't have gotten hit. But it landed on a Stormbolt, even though I feel like that was a miracle in itself. Demoniac immediately trinkets. It did not want to be next to a Stormbolt. That was supposed to be next to Decapitator, expecting lots of damage. Big Blaze Storm to get himself out of that kidney. Predicted that kidney. Picture perfect. Picks up perfect. With a blind to follow. Doesn't trinket out of it. Does not trinket out of it. Demoniac has evasion back up. No trinkets. So Stormbolt is going to do a number. Decapitator still has a lot of damage, and it's going to AoE him out before Demoniac gets himself full setup. Cheap shots, fully DR'd. That's going to be stunned. Demoniac does Decapitator go for big damage. He does go for recklessness, trying to get the big numbers in there. Demoniac getting that evasion rolling. And that's going to be few for Decapitator as he's just trying to wait out Demoniac's evasion for a little bit. Charging right at him. Killer shot DR'd heavily. And Demoniac is kind of on the ropes. Needs to get himself heals ASAP. Does have the poison slows with the poisons. So that's really all he can do to Decapitator. Try to get the focus Azeroth Beam. Does he get interrupted on it? He actually, I think he might have gotten the kick out of Decapitator a little bit early. So Azeroth Beam did do quite value of damage. Surprise, surprise, that thing actually did quite value. And Decapitator is just going to have to wait this out a little bit longer, man. He actually couldn't get the kill. And that's going to be Commanding Shout dropping. Get the shot coming in. It's going to go for Enrage Regen. While Sun and Demoniac going to go for full heal build. Not starting to stay offensive at all. Cloak shot is coming out for Demoniac. Not really sure what he's cloak here. But it's going to be immediate vanish with a shadow step as he bails stuff in the other direction. Still something keeping him in combat though. Some kind of a damage over time ability. And Decapitator needs to go for food immediately. That's exactly what he's going to do. He's chowing down on lunch. But a stab by the rogue stops a Garrote to follow. Does he land a full kidney shot? He does. No trinket available for Decapitator. Could that be the end to the warrior? Decapitator gets a disarm onto the rogue. Maybe a charge heal. Landing the charge. No heal though. And does go down. Into a Stormbolt and Demoniac. Serike is up next. Does land a root onto the guy. Ring of Frost? Does he? Oh no! He actually almost clicked him. Oh, Shadow Step into that Ring of Frost, getting the shot onto the mage. Does not have a Cloak of Shadows, but that sprint is still working for him. Surricate played his hand maybe a little bit too early with that combustion, though. Demoniac was able to outlive that damage. Sap onto Surricate. And Demoniac is just running. Wait, is he just gonna go reset? Is he just gonna go for the big reset? Surricate is not wasting any time, dude. Grabbing the eyes immediately. Yep, grab the eyes. Sometimes the bug out. Is he gonna go grab the other eyes immediately? Or it looks like he's just gonna go check all the pillars real quick. In case he can find the rogue. He should know that he's somewhere nearby, right? He should know. I think he is aware that the rogue is near. The eyes dissipate. Garrote in the opener. Demoniac trying to get himself a kidney shot. Rolling. Focus Azeroth beam to follow. Trying to get some damage on the Surricate. Does do quite a number in the opener with that kidney eye beam proccing out the undulating tides. Surricate missing that dragon's breath as Demoniac peeks behind the pillar. Surricate does get him the heal. Using. Did it just go blood of the enemy? Was that blood of the enemy or was that something else? I'm pretty sure he might have. That must have been a freeze, right? Must have been an AoE frost freeze. Right? That was no blood of the enemy. Oh my god, the dots are rolling and he does have to go for an Ice Block. Demoniac, get himself out of stealth. Surricate, if you land a breath on the guy, you might actually be able to land the opener, but Demoniac is fully set up. He's actually ready for this duel, man. Trinket, Cloak of Shadows, Vanish, everything available. That's going to be greater power, but Trinket's out of it immediately, and that's going to be Surricate stopping that cast as soon as it sees that. Kind of almost letting the rogue catch a reset. Didn't hit him with an ability like Fire Blast or anything. Get the shot, and I think it's going to be in. I think Surricate is out. Vanish Cheap Shot just to keep CC going. And Demoniac came out of there with 4 kills. Very well done, my dude. Very well done. I don't think I've seen Demoniac do that well before. My man, there you go. Did it. Did the number. Worth it.